Hello. I'm Jen. I'm a dietitian. I guess I'm calling this body connection nutrition. So that's what this is. And this is my second video. I'm making this video to help answer some questions about the first video that I'm sure will come up. So my first video was about a conversation I had with AI about protein and the misinformation that it gave me, um, because I think that's a place that we need to talk more about. People are going to AI for healthcare information, and AI is not designed for that. It's basically a search engine that gives you answers in a format that makes you feel like you're having a discussion, but it doesn't really understand the answers it gives, and it certainly doesn't validate the answers that it gives. So that's one kind of video that I'm going to do on this channel. But after I did that, I was like, you know what? I should probably explain the protein metabolism that I was trying to get AI to discuss because another part of the work that I do is helping people um, make behavior change around what they eat. And I don't expect you to know the metabolic pathways. I don't expect you to understand chemistry or biochemistry, but I do think it's helpful. I know it's helpful when you're trying to make a behavior change, if you engage with the topic in ways that are meaning making for you. So, I'm going to explain to you today why protein is not energy, um, simply to give you more framework in your brain. Like I said, I'm a registered dietitian. I have a background in neurodevelopment, early childhood learning, and then learning across the lifespan with another focus on adult learning. And adults learn by engaging with material in ways that allow long held beliefs to sometimes shatter and regrow, but that takes a pretty radical um, mindset shift. But for the most part, you take those frameworks that are pretty solid and you fracture them in little ways. Break a little bit, break a little bit. I guess you can hear people call that neuroplasticity. That's kind of a hot term in neuroscience. But if you watch this video and you learn a little something about protein and it fractures old frameworks that you had and it plants little seeds of information that you can then use in decisions about food going forward, then it starts to grow your framework. And that growing is neuroplasticity, and that growing is the way behavior change solidifies into new habits, right? So before you had this really rigid framework that you knew, you didn't quite know where you got it. Maybe you had reinforced it from things that you've seen or read or talked to friends about. So it's pretty solid. And then today's video fractures it a little bit. The new information takes root. You look at food a little bit differently going forward. And as that takes root, your new framework grows and you have more of an empowerment about your food decisions because instead of the rigid old framework that was really um, based on just random gathered information, now you have your own. better understood framework. Boy, I think this was its own video. I do. Okay. So basically, that was neuroplasticity and why I do what I do. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Maybe make it again. Um, but I am going to start another one because I do want to explain to you more about why protein's not energy for all the cells, but I don't want to overwhelm you in one single video. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.